Today, we're tearing up the old management playbook. The one that says feedback is just positive or negative. Honestly, that's just way too simple to actually drive real professional growth.
That's exactly right. Our mission today is kind of twofold. First, to quickly unpack the intentional types of useful feedback, the ones you have to consciously choose, and second, to get into the subtle, often unseen ways managers communicate.
Yeah, and the sources we've gathered give us three of those core types: reinforcing, redirecting, and evaluating. But the real key, the one managers so often miss, is this potent fourth category: unconscious feedback. So let's start at the foundation with reinforcing feedback. What's its purpose, really? Is it just, basic praise?
Well, it's more about repetition. You use it to spotlight specific beneficial actions, things you want to see more of. It has to be
Mhm.
authentic, specific, and the material says this should be the most frequent type of feedback you give.
Okay, so an example.
For sure. Something like, I heard you close that new deal on the new product range at full margin, Linda. Well done. Thank you. See? It connects the action closing at full margin directly to the business outcome.
I see. So if reinforcing is about getting people to repeat good behavior, is redirecting feedback just a new name for, old school constructive criticism?
Not quite. It's more strategic. The goal isn't just stopping a bad behavior. It's about improving future performance. So stopping one thing and immediately starting another. And it has to be specific, sensitive, and urgent.
So you link the action to the damage.
Exactly. You have to define the consequence.
Yep.
For example, Jenny, your team was 2 days late submitting the advertising proposal. Then the impact, which meant the sales team had to reschedule meetings.
And then you pivot.
Then you pivot to the future. You ask something like, how do you think you could do this better next time? It moves it from blame to a solution.
That makes it feel much more like a partnership. Okay, so where does all the heavy stuff like formal performance management, where does that fit in?
Ah, that's evaluating feedback. This is where it gets comparative. You're setting performance against clear expectations, or even sometimes against other staff members.
And its use is pretty narrow,
They're
right?
very narrow. It really belongs in structured reviews, promotion talks, or salary decisions. The sources are so clear that using it in a casual chat is, well, it's highly damaging. It just destroys trust.
Right. You can't just drop a bomb during a quick check-in like it's clear you're not managing your staff consistently. I mean, that's just brutal and out of place.
Brutal, and it totally undermines everything. Which brings us to the hidden layer that's always running in the background. Unconscious feedback.
This is the really interesting part.
It is. This is the nonverbal stuff. Your tone, your body language, and maybe most dangerous of all, how you treat different team members. It's a factory for conflict, especially across cultures.
Wow, that level of self-awareness must be exhausting. How do those unconscious cues actually cause problems on the ground?
They just distort your intent. A manager might be trying to be dynamic, using big gestures, but the staff member just sees anxiety or aggression. They shut down.
I could see that.
Or you interrupt someone just to clarify a point. To you, it's nothing. But what they hear is, you are wrong and your opinion doesn't matter.
That's a powerful connection, and it links right back to intrinsic motivation, doesn't it? It's about getting past that feeling of fear.
Exactly. And the sources are so clear on this. The most effective way to motivate is just to get to know your staff. It says, staff who know their manager is interested in them are more likely to be motivated to work hard. It's that simple.
And you can show that interest with language.
You can. You can use intentional phrases to counteract any negative unconscious signals. Things like, let's work together to solve this, which shows partnership. Or recognizing tough times. We admire your perseverance. Keep it up, Mary. These things actively show you value them as a person.
So what does this all mean for a manager listening right now? Effective feedback needs careful classification, sure, but it really demands this deep, continuous self-awareness of the unconscious signals you're always broadcasting.
Right. And here's the final thought. The sources consistently say that fairness is a principle that almost every culture seeks, yet so many staff feel it's missing at work. So if we accept that, the question for you is, how can you use your awareness of unconscious feedback, your tone, your body language, who you talk to more to actively and intentionally demonstrate fairness every single day? That's something to really mull over before your next one-on-one.